This tri-tip roast has been marinating overnight in the fridge in a simple marinade of olive oil, salt, and pepper. I've let it sit on the counter for about 45 minutes to temper. I don't want to waste these marinade juices, so I'm pouring it over the roast. I'm gonna let this go for 2 hours in a 250-degree oven. Here's how it looks after 2 hours before searing the top. Here's how it looks after searing the top via broiling. The broiling did a pretty good job creating a crust, which I'm pretty happy with. Not quite as nice as a pan-seared crust, but pretty close. For the sides, I got some mashed potatoes and guacamole. I'm gonna let the tri-tip rest for at least 10 minutes. To get a more tender bite, we're gonna slice across the grain. You can see the grains are running this way, so I'm gonna cut perpendicular to that. Right off the bat, I'm telling myself it's been overcooked. However, it still looks pretty juicy, so I still have hope. I gave this a try and was surprised how tender and delicious it was. Even though it was overcooked with no pink in the middle, because it was slow roasted, it still remained tender. I would say noticeably more tender than my usual tri-tip. In the past, when I've made tri-tip, I typically sear it in a hot pan and then cook it at 400 for about 15 to 20 minutes. I can say with a pretty high degree of confidence that slow roasting is the better method for tri-tip. Which is not that surprising considering tough cuts like a chuck, for example, benefit from a low and slow cooking method. Next time I'll lower the temperature to 200 and see if I get a better, more tender result. I'm aiming for a medium or medium rare.